I can 100% guarantee you that you can find a reason not to do something. Objections are so simple, so easy, but when you really whittle them down, what do they mean? I mean, what's the real purpose of them? What's getting in the way? And I want to share with you today 5 objections to attending the Live to Lead. Now, Live to Lead is an event that I host every year. This is a special video related to that, but these objections relate to anything. As a new leader or as an existing leader, as an owner of a company, as a frontline employee, these things relate to any of those positions. But this particular one I'm interested in is Live to Lead. And that's why I've got this cool office that I'm in today. Well, maybe it's a background, but let's look into these objections and let's shoot some holes through them. Every good objection starts with, no, I've got to, like there's something more important. So let's see what the main objections are. And this is something I've got from Paul Martinelli. Paul Martinelli is a great salesperson, and he's come up with some objections, and these relate to any sort of sales or any sort of conversations. Again, not just specific to Live to Lead or any other workshop that you might attend or any other training that you might get in leadership. So first of all, no need. We'll talk about these in each detail, in more detail. No money, of course, that's always one. No hurry. There's no hurry. No desire, right? And finally, no trust. So let's see how these pan out, how they work out. So here's one of the speakers, the John Maxwell Group, Michael Jr. You know what? Let me move myself down a little bit there. There, now you can probably see his quote a little bit better. But no need is the first one. And when you think about no need, right, it's because I love this one when people use it. I attended it previously. I've been to Live to Lead. Well, you've been to basketball games before, you've been to NBA games, you've been to the grocery store before. You've done a lot of things you've done before, you've done previously, right? But each time you get better, you learn more. And different speakers, every year there's different speakers that Live to Lead. And even though John speaks, every time I hear him speak, I get a different nugget. So the fact you've attended before really is a pretty weak objection, right? You can always learn something, even if you've heard a speaker multiple times. The next one, I'm in the C-suite and I don't need it, right? I'm a leader. I have a title. Well, we all know if we're in leadership, the titles don't matter. We have leaders at every level of every organization. Anybody can be a leader, right? As long as they're inspired and intentional and are willing to show influence. So the fact you're in a certain position doesn't mean you should or shouldn't attend a leadership event. You're always able to grow. The speakers are simulcast. Well, so what, right? They're still speakers, they're still training, they're still sharing things and ways you can improve your professional life and your personal life. And the fact they're simulcast. Matter of fact, if I try to bring these speakers in live, John Maxwell alone charges probably close to 6 figures, if not 6 figures, to speak for an hour, hour and a half. So I would have to have about, I don't know, $300,000 probably to bring all these speakers in. So the simulcast works just fine. You're still hearing the words. I'd have to travel too far. Well, yeah, I guess if that's the way you need to be about it, but how far is too far to travel for something that's going to give you some great leadership ability, some people you're going to be able to network, some new people that you'll meet, right? Nothing else, you're going to get a great lunch. So don't use that as an excuse. So that takes care of the need objection. Let's look at the next one. No money. Yeah, I've heard that one before. I've used that objection before, actually. It's too expensive. Well, the general admission ticket is 147. The VIP is 197, where you're going to get a lot more one-on-one type one-on-one type instruction, a workshop, a mastermind, right? And you can also bring 6 people for $1,000. You can bring your team and experience the VIP part of it and really help grow your team throughout the course of the day. So I think if you look at other events and activities, I don't think you're going to see this as being too expensive. We've had budget cuts, and I know that's an issue and a challenge. I guess the first thing I would ask is, why are you cutting development for your team and your staff and your employees? But if you do have budget cuts, well, then think about next year. Get it on the docket for next year, or dig into your own pocket. This is a personal growth and development. The training that I've gotten, I was working at the time, and I took vacation time and used my own money to get leadership training. So it's your choice. Dollars are already committed. Well, that's fine. Then do it next year. I can bring, what I mean is, I can bring Live to Lead into your organization. So get the money in your budget for next year. I can through the end of February, I can bring Live to Lead into your organization, which is probably a more effective tool and can reach all your employees, or at least more employees, and maybe bringing them in. So keep that in mind as well. And I get no bang for the buck. It's not worth it. Well, again, I think it's a very small investment for personal growth and professional leadership. So I don't think I think you're going to get plenty of bang for the buck. And John Maxwell has had an incredible influence on my life, and he may or may not on yours, but I'm sure at least one of the speakers will. So you're going to get a great bang for your buck. Oh, I got a last chance offer. Last chance offer. This is my commercial. Well, actually, it's not really a last chance offer, but I want to offer you by scanning this QR code, or I'll give you the website here in a second. I'm going to give you my book. Let me move this little thing out of the way again. 7 Deadly Mistakes Every Great Leader Avoids. 7 deadly mistakes every great leader avoids. So it's a complimentary ebook. There's the website link if you want to go through the website, if the QR code isn't working, or maybe you're watching this on your phone. You can also email me at todd@toddkukan.com. If you had this for some reason, I've got other ebooks and things I can send you. So take advantage of this offer and get this leadership book. It's going to, again, another way to help you grow. And reading is part of being a great leader. This is one of my favorite quotes in the upper right-hand corner there. It's our decisions, not our conditions, that determine our quality of life. So we talk about no hurry as one of our objections. There'll be other times. Well, there will always be other times for everything. But why don't you make a decision now to take advantage of this opportunity and break through that door and get started on your leadership journey. Take advantage of this opportunity. Take so much time out of the day. If you're a VIP, it starts at 7:30, you're done at 4. And it's great quality time, again, spent growing your leadership ability. It helps you personally, it's going to help you professionally. So you do have to take time. How do you organize your time? How do you organize your habits and your priorities? If leadership isn't a priority, well, then yeah, absolutely, I agree. Next one. Who will support me after this? Well, hopefully in your organization will be support. There's a lot of tools that I have available as well that I can bring to you individually, or bring to your team, or bring to your organization, that continue to help your group grow. And when you look at culture surveys, you look at engagement surveys, employee surveys, one of the things particularly younger generation looking for is opportunities for professional development. Help them with their passion and purpose. And there's nothing better than this tool to do that. I'll catch you in 2025. Yeah, right. Okay. Wait a whole year. What's going to happen in that year? How are you going to grow in that year? What's your plan? What's your personal plan? Have you developed a personal or professional development plan as it relates to leadership, culture, communication, teamwork, team building, problem solving? What's your plan? No desire. And it's all about attitude, right? We choose our attitudes. It's all about desire. Well, you say, I've heard John speak, or any speaker speak before. I've heard John speak, I can't say hundreds of times, but I've heard John speak a lot. I've read a lot of his books, and I haven't read any of the other speakers' books. I've heard some of them before. But every time I read a book, a second, third, I've read some books 4 times, I hear a speaker again or for the first time, there's always something new that I grab. I don't relate to the speakers. Well, I guess if you know them, you would know that, but I'm guessing you probably don't know these speakers. And even if you do, differences make us better. And let's learn some things from these people, whether or not you do or don't agree, with their opinions. You can't interact with the speakers. That's true. But I know when I hear these people live, when I hear John live, I really don't have an opportunity to interact with him either. He's got so many things going on. He's so busy in his life. So I'm trying to grow my business so someday I can sit down with him and have that conversation. So don't let that get in your way. And these one-time deals don't work. Well, it's a one-time event. It happens every year, but it's not the only leadership activity that you need to worry about or put into your quiver, put into your bag of tricks. So don't let it be a one-time deal. And this one-time deal will work. Lastly, no trust. And here you can see who the 5 speakers will be at Live to Lead in 2024. And speaker, the relevance to your job, it will have relevance to your job. Each speaker will have relevance to your job and your personal life. I can guarantee you that there'll be at least one nugget from each speaker that you'll be able to take back. And John will actually speak twice, so there'll be plenty there for you. Relevance to your industry, yeah, this speaker isn't going to speak about making a particular widget, but there are so many other valuable things that they're going to talk about, right? This isn't a manufacturing symposium or AI symposium. It's about how to improve your leadership skills and ability. So it's relevant to any industry. It doesn't have to be relevant to a particular industry. Concern and alignment with your personal beliefs. Well, I would look for opportunities for people to challenge your personal beliefs and make sure that those are your personal beliefs. Make sure you can solidify them, or maybe you need to make some changes in your personal beliefs. But the more we hear from others, the more sure we can be about what we believe in. And then the fourth one, concern and alignment with your corporate values. Again, it's the same issue. Hopefully you have corporate values. If you haven't, that's a whole nother issue. But if these speakers don't align with your corporate values, they'll help you think differently or better about the corporate values that your organization does have. So the excuse, no, I've got this certain thing to do or this objection, right? Those are all out the window now. So there's really no excuse for not attending Live to Lead. And I'm also involved in hosting it in Wausau and in Eau Claire. So there are other opportunities to go as well. So don't let these 5 objections get in your way. And I want to thank you. I remind you about the complimentary ebook. Appreciate there's some contact information for me to get in touch with me. If you have questions, let me know. And I wanted to leave you with one last thing. And I just want you to pause for a second. Maybe take a deep breath and see what this does for you. Have a great day.